Another type of goal would be outcome or competition goals. This kind of goal is where a coach may set performance goals that focus on the end of the competition or competitive situation. An example of this is we're going to win this match by 2 try conversions. There's also short and long-term goals. Coaches could use short and long-term goals to help improve the performance of the athletes. Short goals are set to be achieved between a day or a month. These goals could be a target that a coach wishes to be achieved by the next training session or the next competitive situation. Long-term goals are set to help the performer determine where they want to go, what they want to achieve, and the best ways of getting there. These goals should be trained both outside of training as well as in the sessions. Different types of technology that a coach could use. Video analysis software. This type of technology is used to monitor the performer's technique, movements, and also to see what they are doing wrong and to be able to adapt to the correct technique. The other programs that a coach could use to analyze performance of an athlete include Coach's Eye, Dartfish, and Candle. There are some drawbacks of video analysis software. This is seen through the fact that it can be very expensive and also quite a lot of training for someone to be able to use it properly and efficiently. The usability of the software is limited to those who can afford the software and training for the use of it. If someone wanted to use video analysis software, they could use their smartphone or a camera. Another type of technology that they could use is heart rate monitors. Coaches use these to see the performer's heart rate in real time during a session. This type of technology can be used to see how intense the performer is working and if they're pushing themselves as much as they can during the training sessions. Used by most performers of sports as they are fairly cheap, fairly available to most, and are reasonably priced. However, if you don't have the relevant software again, you won't be able to use the data, nor will be able to store it. Finally, a coach could use GPS tracking units. This will track the precise location of the performer wherever they are. It tracks movement, location, speed, and distance covered. GPS tracking is good to see the intensity that the performer is working at, as it shows where they have been and for how long they have been working for. A benefit of GPS tracking units now. A benefit of the GPS tracking units is now that they can be worn as a watch, as part of a vest, or on bicycle handlebars. This means GPS tracking units are wearable and can be taken anywhere at any time, which is good for the performer to keep track of what he's doing at any time during the day. However, there are some downsides to them. One of them is that sometimes they may not be able to pick up the relevant information and they give the wrong results, which makes it invalid. Other supportive professionals that a coach could use to promote technical performance. A sports nutritionist is ideal for the performer while they are performing in their sport. They provide nutritional education for the sports performer. They help the athlete improve their eating habits and make sure that what they are eating won't affect their performance in a negative way, but more in a positive way. It's beneficial for sports performers to have a nutritionist with them when they're training and also when they're in the season. Another supportive professional that could help a performer is a physiotherapist. This is because if they were to get injured during a training session or within a season of the sport, if they were injured, they would see the physio who would examine them and give them treatment, or if it's not too bad, would give them exercises to do themselves. Just like a nutritionist, they will give the performer education and guidance on how to limit the risk of injury and how to look after their muscles and care for them. They help the sports performer with rehabilitation and they will help them achieve and maintain full health. Finally, there's a sports psychologist. A sports psychologist will assess the psychological factor to the performer and how they feel mentally. They will look at anything that may be affecting the performance. They will also consider how participation in sport and exercise affects psychological and physical factors. They will help them get over any mental hurdles and that could be limiting them in their progress, limiting them to progress further into their sport. This is beneficial for athletes who may be having a hard time and are showing it within their sport.